gati gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guruf paramam shishurasmi guru matirasti guru mama pahi guru Satchidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tavatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranadah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Yam Pravrajjantamanu Dvaipayanu Virahagadara Ajuhava Putredi Tanmayataya Taravobhinedustam Sarvabhuda Hridayam Munimanatosmi Narayanan namaskritya naranchaiva naruttamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudhirayetah. Sarvebhyah namaskaraha. We are saying Srimad Bhagavada Mahapurana and we are saying Canto 8 in it. And in my last video, we saw that there was a fierce battle between the Devas and the Asuras because the Asuras were so jealous of the prosperity and the power of the Devas. But they could not win the battle, so they lost the battle. The Asuras lost their battle, and many of the Asuras were killed by the Devas. And Shukracharya gave life to all the Asuras who were dead, including the Ashura king Bali. So this Samudra Madhana and all this fight, everything happened in the 6th Manvantara. In the 6th Manvantara was ruled by Chakshushaha Manu. And you might remember that Parikshit Maharaja is asked to Shuga Brahma Rishi about all the Manvantras, the Manus who ruled there and all the important avatars of that particular Manvantara. And the first Manvantara was ruled by Swayambhuva Manu, and only during his rule all these beings were created, all the Jivarasis in the earth were created, and in his rule only Kapila Bhagavan was born as the grandson of Swayambhuva Manu itself, as his daughter's son. The second Manvantara's Manu was Swarochisaha, and the third Manvantara's Manu was Uttama, and the fourth Manvantara's Manu was Tamasaha. Only during his period the Gajendra Moksha took place. And the fifth Manvantara, that Manu was Raivata, and only during his period the Vaikunta was created. And the sixth Manvantara was the Manu was Chakshushaha, and only during his period the Samudra Madana and everything happened. Now the period in which this Bhagavata was said, Parikshit Maharaja heard about this Bhagavata from Shuga Brahmarshi. This happened in the 7th Manvantara. In the 7th Manvantara, the Manu was Vaivaswata Manu. He was the son of Vivaswan, that is the sun god, and his son, that is Vaivaswata Manu's son, was Ikshavahu Maharaj. And in that kula, that line only was born Bhagavan Sri Rama. So this is that particular Manvantara, that is in the 7th Manvantara, the Manu was Vaivaswata Manu, and the Saptarishis during that period was Kashyapa Maharshi, Atri, Vasishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamadagni, Bharadwaja, and Bhagavan himself incarnated as the Vamana Murti in the 7th Manvantara. So that these are the main incidents happened in the 7th Manvantara. The main incident in the 6th Manvantara was the Samudra Madana. And in the 7th Manvantara, Vamana Avatara of Bhagavan took place. And in the 7th Manvantara, Vivaswan's son Vaivaswata Manu was the Manu. And Vivaswan had, that is, Vaivaswata Manu's father had two wives. One wife is Samagya and the other wife was Chaya. Chaya and Vivaswan's son was Shaneshwara Bhagavan. In the 8th Manvantara, this Ashura king of the 7th Manvantara, he was the ruler of the heaven in the 8th Manvantara. See just how the time turns. In the 8th Manvantara, Bali was the Indra. Indra is the name of a position, just like a professor or an engineer, like that. And Indra is the name of that position. So Bali attained to that position in the 8th Manvantara. The reason for that is, during the 7th Manvantara, Vamana Avatara took place. As Vamana Murti, Bhagavan went to Bali, the Ashura king, and asked for the 3 strides of land. And with the 2 steps, he measured the entire creation. The 3rd step, Vamanamurti asked Bali, King Bali, where to keep my 3rd step. And Bali just bowed down and asked Bhagavan to keep that small step on his head. And because of that punya, he went to the Sutala Loka. Sutala Loka is actually a very luxurious loka. It may be a neither loka, but it's a very luxurious loka, sometimes more luxurious than the heaven itself. So there sitting in the Sutala Loka, he worshipped Bhagavan. And in the 8th Manvantara, because of the punya he earned by giving all his property to Bhagavan, because of that, he attained the position of Indra in the 8th Manvantara. Even then, Bali, he didn't like, after some time, he renounced even the heaven and attained oneness with Bhagavan. So that's how Bali became the Indra in the 8th Manvantara. And in the 8th Manvantara, the Saptarishis were Parashurama, Ghalava, Ashwatthama, Deeptiman, Kripacharya, that is the Rishi Shringa, Veda Vyasa, they all were the Saptarishis of the 8th Manvantara. And now all these rishis were engaged in tapas in their respective ashramas. After the next month, when the next Manvantara came, they all attained this position. These are the different Manvantras and the corresponding Manus of that Manvantara, and how Bhagavan took incarnation and helped the creation in their respective Manvantara. Now, after hearing all this, even we have this doubt, isn't it? What is the duty of the Manus? What is the duty of the Saptarishis? So, what is the duty of the Devas? What is the duty of the Indra? Like this, Parikshit Maharaja asked to Sukha Brahmarshi. And Sukha Brahmarshi said that the duty of the Manu is to maintain the worldly order according to Dharma. And when during their period, the Dharma will be standing in its 4 feet. Now we saw, just now you might remember that before 2 years, when we saw the Mahatmyam of Bhagavada, we saw that in the Kali Yuga, the Dharma was having only 1 feet. So it was the completely Dharma was lost. All the other 3 aspects of Dharma was lost. So the duty of the Manu is to re-establish Dharma and to maintain the order of Dharma in its perfect shape. So that is the duty of the Manus. And they will do it according to the rules dictated by the incarnations of Bhagavan, like Yajnamurti or the Rishabha Bhagavan. That's why during that period, this Bhagavan, they incarnate. Like Vamanamurti, they take orders from Bhagavan, incarnations of Bhagavan, and they maintain the order. They will set Dharma in motion on all its 4 feet. So that is their main duty. Now, what is the duty of the Saptarishis? So by time, at the end of the Kali Yuga, this Vedas will be lost. All the Vedas will be lost by time. So the duty of the Saptarishis is to do tapas and rediscover the Vedas. And Bhagavata says, चातुर्यिकान्ते कालेन ग्रस्तान् श्रुतिघनन्यथा तपसा ऋषयो पश्यन् यथो धर्मः सनातनः. So the main duty of the Saptarishis is to do tapas, rediscover the Vedas, which will be lost mostly by time, and reinstall the eternal dharma. By the revival of the Vedas, the eternal dharma will be kept in time. They will be reinforced in the world. So that is the duty of the Saptarishis. So what is the duty of Indradeva? The duty of the Indradeva, along with all the other devas, their main duty is all the prosperity of the three worlds will be is given to Indradeva by Bhagavan himself. All the prosperity of this world is given to Indradeva. That is part of his position. That is his protocol. So he get all the prosperity of this world. He enjoy it. He and the other devas, they enjoy it. And what they have to give in return is they have to give perfect abundance of rain. The Indra has to give abundance of rain to the world. So all the people, they do sacrifice and give the offerings to the devas and Indra devas. So their duty is to accept it and give back prosperity to this entire world. So that is the duty of the Indra Deva. Now, what is the duty of Bhagavan Sri Hari? Just to impart the spiritual wisdom to all the people who are qualified for it. If they are Adhikaris, Bhagavan Vishnu, in one way or other, he will impart us the wisdom. He may take avatars as acharyas, or he may come in that rupa which we may not understand, and he may give us knowledge as an enlightened one, gurus, acharyas, yoga teachers. In any one way, he will come and impart us knowledge. So that is the duty of Bhagavan Sri Hari, to give the spiritual knowledge to the Adhikaris. And Bhagavan Parameshwara, he created this world and he is responsible for the dissolution of this world. Now, all this happened in a period of time, which Bhagavata says as, a Mahakalpa is the complete lifespan of Lord Brahma. In that period only, this whole creation will exist. And after this Mahakalpa, the Mahapralaya will come, and it will, Lord Brahma itself will be dissolved after the Mahakalpa. In that Mahapralaya, in between there will be small pralayas, but the Brahmaloka will be there intact. Lord Brahma also will be there. All the other creations will be destroyed. But after the Mahakalpa, even the Brahmaloka and Lord Brahma will be dissolved, or he will be absorbed in Brahman. So a Mahakalpa is the complete lifespan of Lord Brahma. It is 100 Brahma years, not our human years. It is 100 Brahma years. And this Mahakalpa is divided as two Parardas. And we are existing in the second Pararda. First Pararda was over. And this each Pararda, that is, there are two Parardas, isn't it? That each Pararda is divided as Kalpas. Each Kalpa is one day of Bhagavan, Lord Brahma. And in this one Kalpa, there are 14 Manvantras. And each Manvantra is ruled by a particular Manu. So that is the time calculation of this world creation. And Bhagavada says that one Manvantra is equal to 71 Mahayuga. So you may calculate the time. It's so difficult to calculate it. Anyway, a general idea of it is all enough, because our aim is to attain Bhagavan. So whatever time it may be, that is to attain Bhagavan. So like this, Shukha Brahmarshi, he explained the order of time and the calculation of time to Parikshit Maharaja. Now, hearing all this, Parikshit Maharaja was so interested to know about the story of Bali, how he became the Indra in the next Manvantara. He was so curious to know about it. And Shukha Brahmarshi said that After that great battle between the Devas and the Asuras, the Devas killed many Asuras, and the Asuras were revived by Brigus, and the head of that Brigus was mainly Shukracharya. So that is, the Shukracharya revived or made all the Asuras to live again, and like that, Bali also was revived and given life by Shukracharya by his power, meditative power or Brahmic power. And because of that, Bali and all the Ashuras were so grateful and so had so much of gratitude to Shukracharya. They all served, especially Mahabali, he was the ruler, isn't it? Ruler of the Ashuras. He served Shukracharya very much. He was just an obedient disciple. So all this was liked by the Shukracharya and the other acharyas, and they know the intention of Bali. He wanted to rule heaven. So in return, the Shukracharya made Bali to perform a very great yajna known as the Vishwajit Yajna. The rule of the Vishwajit Yajna is that a person who performs this Vishwajit Yajna, he has to give everything, what all he has to give to the acharyas, and he must distribute it. So that again he will get everything. The power he get by doing this Vishwajit Yajna is immeasurable. He will have unique powers. So Shukracharya and other acharyas made Bali to do the Vishwajit Yajna, which Mahabali performed it very efficiently, and due to that he attained great powers. Mahabali attained great powers due to it. And because with that fortified power, he along with his army went to heaven. And this time he saw heaven, it was so beautiful. Actually, heaven itself is very beautiful. Now it was very beautiful, completely full of beauty, enjoyment, happiness, luxury, grandeur. And he enjoyed so all that, and he was so surprised by it. Who Mahabali was surprised by it. And actually, heaven is a place where Yamna Vrajantya Dharmishtaha Kala Bhudadruha Shataha Manina Kamino Lubdha Ye Birhina Vrajanti Yat. He went to the Indrapuri, which is not accessible to adharmishtaha, one who performs adharma, adharmic act, kalaha, one who always fight with others, that fighting tendency, that place Indrapuri is not accessible to such people. Bhudadruha, that is one who disturbs other by just telling Mars or intimating others, disturb others. Shadaha, evil people. Maninaha, too much of ahangari. Kaminaha, passion, lust. Lubdha, greedy ones. Actually, Ashuras, they possess all this nature. But still, they attained heaven because of the performance of that yajna, and by that power they attained Indrapuri. Actually, Indrapuri is for the good people, but these are Asuras. By their unique power, they attained there. And when Indra and the other Devas saw Ashura King Mahabali and all the Asuras with the weapons marching towards them, they were so stunned. They were surprised. How did all these people, where did the power come for all these people? Why are they coming here? How can they enter here? What power do they have? And they all went to their Acharya. Their guru said that Shukracharya was a great rishi. He has the complete knowledge of the word Vedas. He is an expert in the Vedas, and he imparted them the Brahmic power. And because of that power, they have performed many yajnas and all. Because of that power, fortified power, they are now marching towards the Indrapuri, that is the Indraloka. And he said, Tasman nilayamutsrujya यूयं सर्वे त्रिविष्ठपं यादकालं प्रदीक्षन्तो yadakshantro viparyayah. So now you Devas abandon this heaven. Go into hiding because time has turned against you. Now the time is for the enemies. So till their downfall comes, you please wait. They are supported by the holy men. The holy men are back of them, and because of that power, they have attained this power. So a time will come, then these asuras will disrespect these holy men. So that is the beginning of the downfall of the asuras. Now the holy men are behind him, so their power is at its zenith. So a time will come, then they will disrespect this holy man. That itself will be the cause for the downfall of the Asheras. So you please wait till then. And all the Devas, they went into hiding. And the Ashera king Bali, he ruled from the heavenly citadel of the Devas. He ruled the Devalok and all the other lokas. All the Devas went in hiding. No one knew where they went. All of them ran away. And the Asheras ruled the entire world. And they performed great pujas, and they respected a lot their acharyas, especially Shukracharya. Shukracharya also loved his obedient disciple Bali very much, and he again made him to perform the Ashwamedha Yajna to retain that power for many years, just to retain the status and his reputation, that is the reputation of Bali, spread in the three worlds. And Bali enjoyed the power, luxury, everything. So, what happened to Bali after that? I will explain in my next upload. Om Namo Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.